Welcome to my KCSE revision channel. Today we are looking at Form 1 work, reaction of magnesium with steam. Kindly subscribe my channel, click the notification bell, you get notified once I upload a new video. We have a question here where magnesium react with steam. The following setup was used to correct a certain gas X in the laboratory by a student in Form 2 note of Gatondo Girls High School. Start it and answer the question that follows. This is a reaction of magnesium with steam. And what are the sources of steam? So the sources of steam, you are not the sources of steam. You can have a wet sand, as you can see on the experiment. But we have also other sources of steam. Sources of steam, in place of wet sand, you can use water. You can heat water to generate steam. You can heat a wet glass cool. It can also generate steam. Or you can heat the hydrated salt. All of this one here, they are the sources of steam. And again, this experiment, you can look at the magnesium ribbon is coiled. It is coiled to increase the surface area in contact with the steam. So sometimes you will be asked to give a reason why the magnesium ribbon is coiled. It is coiled to increase the surface area in contact with the steam. Now, a metal, when a metal reacts with the steam, you can have metal reacting with the steam. Then you can have a metal oxide and hydrogen gas. In this case now, the reason why we are heating sand first, sand is heated first to generate steam. The wet sand is heated first to generate steam. It is that steam that will react with the magnesium and drive out the air initially in the boiling tube that might react with magnesium. So when you are asked to give the reason why the wet sand or water or a glass cool or a hydrated salt is heated first, it is just to generate steam that will react with the magnesium and also to drive out the air that is initially in the flask. Now, we have said that if you can have magnesium, if you will have magnesium, which is now reacting, magnesium is reacting with steam. When magnesium reacts with steam, you will have the magnesium oxide, which is of course a solid, and then we have hydrogen gas. So this gas X, this one here is hydrogen. So you will have this gas as hydrogen gas. Now, the observation you can make here again that this magnesium, it burns with a bright white flame. So you can see here a bright white flame. In this case, a bright white flame, and again you can see you can also see a white solid. The white solid is the magnesium, the magnesium oxide. You can also, on this boiling tube, there is only two observations you can make. You can see a bright white flame, that is the observation you can get there, and a white solid. So sometimes you will be asked to state the observation made in the boiling tube. In the boiling tube, you can have a white solid and a bright white flame. On this gas chart, what you can see there, you can see a purples of a gas. You can see a purples of a gas which is seen in this test tube, and the purpose of a gas is due to production of hydrogen gas. Now, name gas X. Now, gas X is just a hydrogen gas because a metal, magnesium metal, will react with water vapor to have the hydrogen gas and magnesium oxide. How can you test the gas in the laboratory? This is a hydrogen gas. How do you test for this gas? You are describing, so you lower a panning splint into a gas chamber full of gas X, in this case full of gas hydrogen. So you lower a panning splint into a gas chamber full of gas X. It will put off a panning splint with a pop sound. Very, very important to note. So it will put off a panning splint with a pop sound. Very, very important to note. Give the color of the solid form at the end of the experiment. At the end of the experiment, you can see the color of the solid is white solid, and that is, of course, magnesium oxide. So that is magnesium oxide, which is a white solid. Write a balanced equation to justify your answer in C above. How is this magnesium oxide being formed? So you will be having a magnesium in a solid form, reacting with water. You correct magnesium oxide in a solid form, which is white, and a hydrogen gas. How did the magnesium pan in steam? Magnesium pan in steam with a bright white flame. So magnesium pans in steam with a bright white flame.